Hi Sagittarius, welcome to your month ahead tarot for April 2020 with me, Raphael from Reydiant Reality. It's an absolute pleasure to have you. Thank you so much for being here. Thank you so much for joining me. If you haven't already, please don't forget to like, share, and if you should so choose and it resonates, hit that subscribe button. If you are already a continued subby, you know I love you for it. With that said, I am so close to the 50,000 subby mark, so please share with a friend, get it out there so that you guys can join up. Or somebody else can join up, and when I hit 50,000 I will be making a huge announcement. So if you want to book a personal reading with me, you can do so on the website address below. Before we start, as always, I would like to bless my decks of cards with all forms of love, light, peace, prosperity and abundance, and I pray that the messages that come through are ultimately clear and concise and they help you on your path to your highest vibrational good. So let's have a look, see what the month ahead has in store for you, Saggies. What is going on with you guys for your actions and interactions with the world at large? This month you get the Hanged Man, right? So this is about surrender. It's about slowing down. This is about reassessment and reevaluation. This is because your actions and interactions with the world at large, this is about what you do, right? This is about how you show up in the world, how you move through life. This is for a lot of you about delving into more spirituality, and it's also about a lot of you taking a big step back from the world. This is a lot of you may stop watching the news. A lot of you may step away from the wider world stage. You might be saying to yourselves, you know what, I can't go into any of that at this moment in time, and so therefore rather than seeking outside or out there for knowledge, you're going inward. This is about you really removing yourself from the melee that is the world at this moment in time. I don't know, it's really weird. I just kind of feel that this is about you guys saying, you know what, I can't affect anything out there. What I can do right now is raise my own vibration. What I can do right now is educate my mind, strengthen my spirit. And it's kind of like, rather than saying, right, what can I do? Because usually one thing I say about Sagittarians, you guys will rush in and be like, right, what needs to be done? What needs to be fought? Well, like, come on, I'm there on the front line. Whereas this month, I don't feel like you're doing that. I feel like this is about you guys saying, you know what, let me get into the true essence of who I am. Let me delve into what my spirit is really asking me for at this moment in time. From there on in, I can assist with everything else, right? Your Hanged Man is about you committing the ultimate act of surrender, which is withdrawing yourself from, and taking away from yourself. I can't do anything out there. What I can do is go within, raise my vibration there, and so therefore raise the collective vibration even more so. This is going to be a very spiritual month for you guys. It's going to be lived a lot more on the inner planes than it is on the outer planes. Okay, so for your money and materials, you have the Ace of Swords, right? So this whole month is going to have a very interesting financial theme for you guys because it's about doing something different. It's about creating a different revenue stream. For a lot of you, this is about a different job. For a lot of you, you're deciding, and this is really interesting to me, where a lot of people are, having their jobs taken away from them or, wanting to do something. It looks like a lot of you are mass migrating from your jobs. The Ace of Swords looks like to me like this is about a lot of you saying, you know what, the job that I do doesn't serve enough, right? I'm not going to say what or who, it just doesn't serve enough. This is about a lot of you changing direction. This is about you saying, you know what I do or what I get paid for, it just doesn't resonate. I want to do something that I feel is actually going to benefit people. It looks like a lot of you could be going into medical studies or medical fields or jobs of some sort where you're helping or assisting people. But there is a lot of minds being changed when it comes to Sagittarian energy about the work that you do, about how you show up. Your Ace of Swords right next to the Hanged Man. This is about you not giving up your job. It's not like you're making yourself, jobless. It's about you saying, you know what, I'm going to switch lanes. I'm going to switch into doing something that I actually feel like is not even necessarily worth my time, but something that is more worthy of the world that is, that is now being created. Your personal finances look like they will be good. Over the course of this next month, though, I really see you getting a handle on them. This is about you balancing your books. It does look like there's an opportunity here as well for you to grow financially, but it will come through different means. This is about you really adjusting and readjusting what you do to make money in a way that you never have before. Or maybe you have before, but you're going back to it. There's a big change coming here for you guys when it comes to work and money, which I really like for a lot of you. For your communications and conversations, you have the Eight of Pentacles, which is all to do with work. This card represents the work that you do, the skills that you have, the training that you have. Ace of Swords right next to the Eight of Pentacles. New work, new job, different skills, maybe looking at qualifications. It looks like some of you will be called on this month for the skills that you have, for the knowledge that you have. It looks like you're either being reassigned, maybe you're being redirected on your career path in some way, shape or form. The communication that is coming through to you this month, though, has largely to do with your work, largely to do with your profession, how you show up in the world, what your career is, where you go from here. Because you've got this Hanged Man sort of permeating this whole month as well. This is about you saying to yourself, I need to do something that really feels like it is a worthy pursuit of my life. So this is about a lot of you saying, you know what, I'm no longer happy to just have a job. I need a career. I need something that is truly a true expression of what I am, of who I am, and what I actually believe in. Communications is largely to do with your, in fact, this whole month looks like it's a lot to do with your profession after all. Interesting, very, very interesting. For your heart and half, you have the Ten of Wands. For those of you that are single, it does look like there's not really the energy for love this month, because there's a lot of figuring out what you're ready to let go of. You know, whatever your backpack has got in it, this is about you taking that stuff out and unburdening yourself in some way. This is also about a lot of you deciding that you're about to move. There is a change in venue. Now, for some of you, this is you deciding to move because of your work. Maybe you are, maybe you get a job or you're assigned a role that takes you away from where you currently live. There are some big shifts coming for you guys. I have to say, over the course of this month, I think a lot of you are going to be deciding where you're going next. And I also think a lot of you will be deciding that the work that you do has to change or is evolving in some way, shape or form. For those of you that are partnered, again, this looks like the work life is impacting the home life. This is very much you kind of looking at your relationship and saying, right, what can we collectively get rid of that's going to make things easier for us? I also feel like when it comes to those of you that are partnered, you've passed a milestone. This is about you having come through a difficult time of some sort and saying, you know what? Yes, it was troublesome, but we made it. And by letting go of whatever our collective burdens are, we're going to be better for each other. It's going to be a very powerful month for you guys. I really feel like it is literally your profession, your spiritual life, and your, you know, and even your relationship for some people as well. Let's have a look at the weeks of your month. All right, for your first week of the month, you've got the Justice card right underneath the Hanged Man, right? So this is about really making a commitment to your spiritual life. It may be as well for some of you the work that you're doing at this moment in time, or maybe some obligation that you have. Maybe it steps on your toes this month. There might be something that you either asked to do, or, you know, maybe your company, your boss, you know, maybe your school, whatever it is trying to force you to do something this month. And you're like, no, that doesn't sit right with my soul. It doesn't sit right with my spirit. And because it doesn't, I'm going to have to think about what I am willing to put my name to, what I am willing to sign on the dotted line for. This is about you really having some sort of, possibly some sort of dust up with some form of an authority figure. So this could be a boss, it could be you know, a headmaster or a headmistress, it could be a I think you guys call them the principal in the US. You know, it could be, it could be a local authority of some sort. It does look like there's some sort of buster. And the funny thing is, everyone talks about Aquarius, I'm an Aquarius, being the rebel of the zodiac, but they've never met a Sagittarius when they're on, when a Saggy is ready. You guys are the ultimate rebels. Shh, it's our secret, don't worry. Your second week of the month, you've got the Strength card. Yeah, this is really nice because it suggests that whatever decision you make when it comes to your work, when it comes to the new direction that you're hoping to move in, the support is there for you, right? And although it will take a lot of strength and courage to go after it, the support that you need is there. In terms of your physical body, I'm not a doctor, I can't give you medical advice. In terms of your physical body, my darling Saggies, this is a time to really look at your kidneys. It's a time for you to really think about what you're ingesting via liquids. So if you're a big drinker, maybe this is time to think about curbing that. If you, if you're one of those people that loves a lot of salt on stuff, maybe it's time to think about that. That's just on like a really mundane level that's coming through because you've got Strength next to the Justice card. But this, in terms of your money, in terms of your materials, the support that you need to make a big step forward or a big change when it comes to the career and the financial life, the support that you need is there. You've just got to have the guts to go for it. And one of the things I associate with Saggies, bravery. Like, whew. Okay, so then we've got the Tower card in the third week, and the Tower card seems to have been bouncing around here, right? Throughout the readings, it's been coming up, which means at some point on the wider world stage, we are going to see something taking place when it comes to the finances, when it comes to the technology to do with the finances. I don't know why, I just feel like there's going to be like maybe a big server or something technological that has something to do with finances is going to go down in the, I would say within the first two or the second or the third week of April. I don't know what it is, but it just keeps coming up as a recurring theme because this comes underneath your Eight of Pentacles. You could see, when it comes to your work, maybe they're changing the structure of things, maybe they're moving people out, maybe they're migrating people. It does look like whatever it is that you're asked to do, maybe by a current employer or authority figure, there's something about it that just doesn't sit right with you. And so you're going to be like, nah, you know what, that doesn't sit right with me, I'm not going for it. For a lot of you, Eight of Pentacles, work, Tower card, Uranian energy, your work could literally just be switching to online. It's happening for a lot of people right now, right? So, on a really mundane, simple level. For your fourth week of the month, we've got the Hanged Man underneath the Ten of Wands. There's a lot to do with surrender here. There is a lot to do with, for those of you that are single, this is going to be about you finding really productive uses of your time. If I'm completely honest with you, like I said, I don't feel like the energy is there for love this month. Your Hanged Man kind of says that you're more on a spiritual journey than anything else, and a lot of this is going to take time for you to figure out what that means to you right now. For those of you that are partnered, this is about you guys saying, you know what, yeah, I can be here for the long haul, but ultimately what this looks like is a change of environment. What this looks like is a change of a change of residence is the words that I was looking for, sorry. All right, and for your key to the month, you got the Hanged Man. This card, man, has been coming up and coming up and coming up. Look at this, Hanged Man, Hanged Man, Hanged Man, right? So this is your message. Spirituality is what's going to get you through this month. This idea that you can surrender to what is, to flow with the current of life. You are ultimately a mutable sign. You're ruled by Jupiter, right? You and Pisces, both mutable signs, both ruled by Jupiter. There is an understanding that when you are able to really relinquish yourself to what is, there is a growth that takes place. There is an expansion that takes place. We grow on the inner levels when we're able just to sink into what is, right? This is your message for this month. You're going to have to go with the flow and go wherever it is that you're taken. And it does look like there's going to be either a change of residence or a change of work for you guys. That's like the biggest message that comes through here. With that said, I wish you an abundance of all of that good stuff. Have a fantastic month. Let me know in the comments how it shapes up for you. Take care, and I'll see you soon.